Scientific method. I'm going to read this. The scientific method is one that requires, it's not optional. Kind of like the 10 Commandments, it's not 10 suggestions, it's a commandment. The scientific method has a requirement or requirements. Measurable and repeatable actions. You have to know exactly what you're doing, adding or subtracting, and you must do it multiple times. And then you come to a conclusion. So science can create things that are good or bad, like we talked about poisons and vaccines and other things. But it doesn't determine whether something is good for evil. It might be meant for good or meant for evil, but the science doesn't determine that. The sinful man who creates it makes that determination. But even other people can take something that was meant for good and turn it for bad, and vice versa. So when people say, well, I don't believe in the Bible, I believe in science, you're really not doing yourself any favors. It makes you sound like an idiot, to be honest. Science, by its own definition, the scientific process, measurement, repeatable actions, so science by its own definition cannot speak to issues of morality. It can't speak to humanity's origin or meaning either. God created the world. Well, I don't believe that. I believe in the Big Bang. Well, then how are you going to measure that? How are you going to make a repeatable process for that? Oh, you just have faith in it. Oh, I see. Science cannot argue for or against God. Can't argue for God, but it can't argue against it either. Because science offers zero moral guidance. If you want to be a good person and a moral person, science cannot provide you that. You have to go look somewhere else. Science can't give you any values to live your life. You're going to have to go look somewhere else. And that somewhere else, for me, is the Bible. Read the Bible. Oh, it's so hard, it's so confusing. Can you read? Because a lot of people over the centuries who weren't very literate have managed to read and understand and believe the Bible. So I'm going to guess that you can do that as well. Pick it up here next time.